there's something interesting from a TA perspective. This is now we're entering the second week uh, above the 200 weekly moving average, which for technical traders, this is a very important mark. The 200 weekly moving average has been seen as the bottom, the low point for Bitcoin throughout all the cycles, right? And we did dip below it, which was a very bearish thing. And now that we have come above it and we're hanging above it, that's a very bullish thing. So that continues forward. And like I said before, no one really knows when bottom comes, or if we could verify bottom, maybe that's a better way to put it, until enough time has passed, until there's enough green candlesticks afterwards, right? And we may not know until 6 months or a year has passed, but right now things are off to a pretty good start. We had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks now from our low, 6 or 7 weeks. So we're definitely on our way. Global number of cryptocurrency ATMs still going up. So that's good from adoption standpoint, but what's not good is my experience with these ATMs have not been so good. Not that I bought any Bitcoin or sold any Bitcoin, but I've looked up prices before and they were really off. I mean, you're paying hundreds more to buy Bitcoin versus then say buying on any other exchange. And when you're selling, you're getting a lot less, hundreds less, and the spread between a buy and sells were enormous. So I don't know if it's really good. But if you're in a pinch and you really want to buy Bitcoin, or you really want to sell Bitcoin or ETH or whatever, you could at an ATM. But I haven't come across a good one yet. They're all big ripoffs at this point. Um, so we'll see if that changes going forward. What else is there? There is a Bitcoin core contributor, Matt, that doesn't like the Maximus route right now. So it's kind of what I've been saying, kind of like what, how I disagree with Michael Saylor. Because Michael Saylor seems to be more on attack mode these days, rather rather than, oh, I guess he spreads a good word about Bitcoin plenty, but recently he's been talking a lot of throwing a lot of shade at Ethereum for being a security and this and that, right? But Matt, he's definitely a Bitcoin guy, one of the well-known Bitcoin core contributors. And he calls out Bitcoin Maxis, saying they're a dying breed, even though once upon a time there were a lot of scams, but that's not now. Things have changed quite tremendously, right? For Bitcoin Maxis, he rather prefers Bitcoin Maxis share the good word of Bitcoin without trying to damn everything else, which is the argument. It seems like, rather than say good things about Bitcoin, they rather say bad things about everything else, which, of course, doesn't help anyone and doesn't help the entire community either. So I have that same stance. If you like Bitcoin, there's nothing wrong with that. And I do think Bitcoin is the one everyone should be holding. But doesn't mean that everything else is bad either, especially if you want to gain on Bitcoin. If you want to gain sats, great ways to hold on to altcoins. Avalanche is seeing its NFT volume exploding, right? There's a lot of NFT projects on Avalanche, right? So NFT volume is starting to come back. I was covering TVL yesterday for DeFi projects. Avalanche is officially at number 4 right now. Okay, so they're among the big dogs when it comes to total liquidity on chain. So that's also very positive. Their own browser wallet, Core Wallet, has now expanded, so it supports Ethereum, any EVM chain, Ethereum, Avalanche, and also Bitcoin. You don't see a lot of these universal wallets or browser wallets that actually support Bitcoin and actually can allow, swaps between, right? So that's a pretty big one. Avalanche, Bitcoin, EVM compatible blockchains, so all the EVM compatible ones, right? And Bitcoin. So that's pretty positive also. All right, what else is there? Here's an interesting comparison. Looking at bear market rally search term, I don't think anyone has ever searched for this before. Alex Kruger says, if you look at previous bottoms that we had, right, 2009, 2020, you know, the search for bear market rally surged up. And guess what? Right now, it's surging up too, right? And I get asked this all the time. Are we in you know, are we in a bear market rally, or are we seeing you know, a fake out or a bull trap, right? I bet if you search bull trap, you go find a spike up too, because everyone wants a crystal ball and everyone wants someone to tell them that, yeah, we are in rallying for sure 100% and you should be buying 100%. That's what people want, but that's not what they're going to get, okay? But the search term definitely indicate. I bet if we search for bull trap, right, it's going to be skyrocketing right now. But no one knows. No one knows bottom. The only thing that works is DCA long term, and you'll find that bottom. But no one knows the exact point where you should buy and put all in your money. And even if someone did tell you that, it's not like it just goes skyrockets up to the moon. There will still be up and downs and fluctuations. Nothing just goes up linearly forever. Only Bitcoin over time, though. So here's another one. This is called a stock to FOMO. Instead of stock to flow, stock to FOMO, it works. Again, it's a complicated formula. It's kind of cut off on the bottom, but some kind of complicated formula that calculates Bitcoin using some kind of logarithmic growth chart or curve or something, but it's looking pretty good. So as FOMO builds and as fiat debases itself and dies out, guess where Bitcoin's heading? Infinitely forever upwards. That's basically what this is saying, and I can't disagree with that right now. And also, if you look at the number of addresses holding +1 coins, again, all these measurements for Bitcoin holders: 0.01, 0.1, 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. They're all heading higher, and they're all at all-time highs. Seems like every single day, basically, they form a new all-time high. There are definitely a lot more people entering this space than leaving this space, no doubt about it. But I will continue to show you guys this until we recover back. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin and crypto for the first time and you don't know where to get started, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on the best exchange guide. Within, you'll find a list of exchanges that I recommend and some that I use on a daily basis. If you are outside the US, I highly recommend looking at Binance.com first. They are the biggest exchange out there, supported in almost every single country. They have a fantastic fiat on-ramp, off-ramp system. They offer the most trading pairs and the lowest fees in the industry. You could also download a mobile app onto your Android and Apple device very easily. If you are in the US, I recommend taking a look at the sister company of Binance, Binance.us, which offers all of these things and more. So if you want to learn more, head over to CryptosRus.com or utilize the links in the description of this video.